There we go. It's going to start now.
Hi.
Good morning. We still do struggle with that. Is it starting yet? Yeah, that's definitely an issue. It probably will always. That's going to be our signature. We're doing it on purpose. Is it started yet?
I know, right?
So, this is Linda Cody from Cody and Company.
And this is Sadie Camello from Cody and Company.
And this is part 2 of the video of having real estate as a career. So last time we talked about the benefits or the positives about being in real estate. So this time, as promised, we're going to talk about the downside or the cons. And I can remember when I first got into real estate, I didn't know a soul. We had just moved here. I did not know one single person. And I thought I could do this because we'd moved a lot. And I'm like, I could really do this. And I thought that anybody could do real estate. And you find out pretty quickly that it isn't for everybody. I did it because I love real estate. I love helping people. All the reasons that we talked about as being the benefits. I just really enjoyed seeing somebody get their first home or being able to move on and being a part of their life. They are our clients for life.
Yes.
And well, I'll just tell you very quickly a story. A couple weeks ago, I was in a restaurant and being stood up, by the way. And by my adopted son, shall we say, not anything important. My adopted, no, of course he's important, but people got the wrong idea. Stood up by a child, and somebody came. The server came to me and she said, "Are you Linda Cody?" And I said, "Yes." And I'm thinking, "Oh, she saw me in the video." No.
You're famous.
Yeah, no. I didn't think that at all. But she said, "Oh, you sold me my house 18 years ago."
Oh.
It's like, oh my goodness. And she's still in the same house and she's not ready to sell, but she's going to call me when she is.
Oh, nice.
But
See?
it was just, we make an impact on people's lives. So I put it on Facebook that happened because I do a lot of stuff on Facebook. And I get a message in Facebook through the feed that said, "Linda, I took your class the first time buying a class. I'm the one that referred her to you. And you sold me my house too." That was 20 years ago. So
that's
anyway,
amazing.
it is amazing. So we're rehashing the positives.
Yeah.
Now let's talk
And
about...
my sister-in-law bought from you and I didn't even know.
I know. It's so funny, right? But
Yeah.
I've been around for a long time. Over 35 years doing real estate. So It's been a while. But when we talk about the cons of it, we are working a lot of weekends and nights, and people don't necessarily think that's what they want to do. But if you actually think about it, people who purchase homes have jobs. Most people work during the day, so they can only look at homes at night and on weekends. So you're going to mostly be working nights and weekends. And that's the reality of it. That is the reality. There is no regular paycheck. You could work 80 hours a week and not get a dime.
Yeah.
You could, especially when you're first starting, it's hard to get a pipeline going. It's hard to get that income stream.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I feel like,
yes.
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
All right? I know, that's what I feel like. It's hard to get that. It's hard. And if you just look at it, I know I've told everybody, look at it like your first year is just learning, like you're in college. Yeah. And if you only make enough money to pay for what you've had to spend, your business cards, your stationery, your computer, whatever it is, then you're doing well. But you don't get that regular paycheck and you'll work a lot of hours. Keeping that pipeline can be challenging because you work so hard on the transactions that are, as they're happening, you get mired in solving the problems. There's a lot of problem solving in this business.
Oh, yes, there is.
And you get so bogged down with that you're not meeting those 10 people and talking to those 10 people every day.
Yeah.
It's hard to balance prospecting. Plus, you get tired. To be honest, you get tired.
Yeah.
You're dealing with people in a very emotional situation.
Yeah.
A lot of times they can be very upset, and you just have to develop a thick skin, not take it personally.
No.
Step back. You are the buffer. You're the person that's going to help them through it. But you're going to have to listen to a lot of venting and a lot of upset. And sometimes you're just going to have to really, really be a good listener and keep your mouth shut.
Oh, yeah. And sometimes you just have to set the tone when things are going wrong. You just have to, keep them calm.
Stay calm.
and stay calm and just speak to them. You're their counselor, their friend. You hold their hand throughout the way.
You do. You do. And but it's in those situations, it's very easy to assume responsibility for them, and you can't do that.
No.
It's not your responsibility. You are just the person helping them through the process, giving them the best advice possible.
Yeah.
Have to be a self-starter. So picture this. It's Wednesday morning. It's snowing and raining and icy. I'm predicting the future for tomorrow.
Oh, boy.
You have an 8:30 appointment. You have a 10 o'clock appointment. You don't want to go anywhere. You don't want to make phone calls. You want to stay cuddled up with a cup of tea in front of a fireplace or somewhere warm, or better yet, on a beach somewhere warm. And you can't do that. You have to, you are a self-starter. You have to be able to force yourself to do what it is you need to do.
Yeah.
And stay the course, because it's your business.
Yeah.
You have to stay the course. So those are the biggest cons. So, and we talked about the pros and we've talked about the cons. So is it for you? Is it the career for you? What do you think?
Well, and is it the career for you? Do you like being your own boss? If you like being your own boss and you don't like to be told what to do, then, maybe this is something for you.
Well, you have to accept responsibility for yourself. You can pat yourself on the back for doing a good job, but you also have to be willing to take responsibility and not get pat on the back when you do a good job, because it's all you.
Yeah, and sometimes you're going to get turned down, and that's not the end of it. It's going to happen. You just need to have grow some skin, like I've been told as well.
Rejection is the name of the game.
Oh, yeah. Do you have a positive attitude? Having a positive attitude in this business is the key, because like being turned down, getting self-started, those type of things, you need to be your own cheerleader. Literally, like you need to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, girl, you can do this today. And, and just pick up and go and start over.
And it can get discouraging.
It can.
When you've worked with somebody for 6 months and all of a sudden you are at a baby shower or getting married and they say, oh, I bought a house this weekend.
Yeah.
Those things happen.
Or your own family member buying from someone else.
Yeah, well, that's a whole other video all by itself.
I love my sister. I love you, and I forgave you.
And I love my brother, and I forgive you too. Well, not really. I don't know. I'm kidding.
Do you have attention to detail?
Or somebody to nag you to death if you don't.
Yes. Attention to detail is like how would I call it? This is
number one skill.
Thing. Yes.
Number one thing to learn.
Yes.
Is attention to detail.
And if you don't have it, and you have a great coach like I do, you will learn to have it.
We're still working on it.
Yes.
It's a long process.
But having a great broker, a great coach is something very good, because along the process you will need to develop certain things, and paying attention to detail, like as you're doing an offer, or like even paying attention to detail when you're going through the walkthrough with your client. You need to have the eye that they don't have, because they rely on you to be able to tell them what's wrong and what's right.
Right. And we don't rely on, at least here in this office, we don't rely on everybody else doing their job properly. We just figure that no one does it as good as we do. No. We just follow up. We are those people that follow up.
Yes. Do you love people? If you don't love people, then I don't think this may be the business for you. You need to love people, even when they're mean to you, and even when they talk you down or ignore you when you call them.
Real estate's not sales. A lot of people believe that it's sales, and there are always going to be some people that it is sales. But I have found most residential people who've been in the business long term, residential sales, real estate agents or brokers. It's not about sales. It's about being a really good listener and helping people get to where they need to be. So you're not going to sell somebody $500,000 house. You're going to get them to the point where they're comfortable spending that money and see the value.
Absolutely. And are you a solution-oriented person? You will find yourself in situations where you need to come with a solution because the person want to get cold feet at the end. You know, once they have an accepted offer, sometimes they want to get cold feet. But you need to be able to have that solution for them where they can see the pro and the con of purchasing, where
Or not.
or not.
Right.
Sometimes you need to know that if the loan that they were pre-approved for is not working for them, you need to be able to find another person that can do it and that can explain it to them.
Right. Or help them with a home inspection issue. So it's not, that's one that we come across pretty like daily.
A lot, yeah.
And it's just, you know what? Okay, the furnace isn't working. That doesn't mean you have to throw the baby out with the bathwater. It means let's see how much a new furnace will cost and let's see if we can renegotiate. So we're always looking for solutions.
Absolutely. And can you handle rejection? And I think we have been covering that as we go along.
So now you've got it. You've got the pros, the cons, and is it the right career for you? If it is, we would be happy to chat with you just to go over it on a more personal level. So with that, this is Linda Cody from Cody & Company.
And this is Sadie Camilla with Cody & Company.
And how can they reach us?
At codyco.com, or you can contact us in our office, 978-686-1954.
With that, thank you all so much. Have an awesome day.
Thank you.